SDS made one change to MLB The Show that will impact roster updates forever. This one change is going to make it a whole lot harder for you to have a profit margin. Not only that, but it's going to make it a whole lot harder for you to know when to hold on to cards and when to sell cards before they get an upgrade. The change I'm talking about is the quick sell value changes. A lot of people are investing in cards as if we still had the same old rubric for quick sell values, and this year it is not the same. If you're interested in this graph, all you have to do is go into my Discord. Inside the investments tab, you will find this graph. It's very important that we take a close look analyzing what the quick sell values are for silvers, for golds, and diamonds, especially low tier diamonds, because once they get upgraded, usually what happens is their prices are at the peak on Thursday, right before the upgrade on Friday, and then when Friday hits, since the market is already oversaturated with players that have a ton of those cards, those players try to sell them instantly, and what that causes is a immense drop in terms of the value, buy now, sell now of that card, and you're gonna end up probably selling it off for near quick sell value or losing out on stubs depending on when you bought them. Without further ado, let's start with the first player that I believe is going to get an upgrade this roster update. It's going to be NOLAN ARENADO. I see his contact and power versus right getting an increase. I see him going from an 88 overall to a 90 overall diamond, and I see the profit margin if you go ahead and invest in him right now, 5 to 7k profit margin. The reason why is because he's going to become a high tier 90 overall diamond. So yes, this is someone you want to hold on to if you invest in him currently, for him to at least hit that 90. Once he hit that 90, it's probably going to take a little bit for him to stabilize, but he is eventually going to be selling for nearly 30k, if not more. And do you sell him right now? No, you do not. If you're looking to invest in RIZZO, you're already too late. He's currently selling for 1.9k and sell now is 1.7k. I do see him getting upgraded, although I see him going to an 81 overall with his contact and power versus right getting upgraded. Now, if you invest in him currently, I believe that the roster update on Friday will go ahead and drop his price immensely, and you'll end up losing from the current buy now, sell now, most likely 800 stubs, depending on when you went ahead and purchased this card. So, is he likely to hit diamond? I'd say it's highly unlikely. Still possible, but I give him like a 10% chance. So my best piece of advice would be to go ahead and sell this card now. And before he got supercharged, he also was selling for 4k. So whenever you think a player is about to get supercharged, you want to sell him off before he gets supercharged, right before, so you can go ahead and reap in the benefits, because as soon as he gets supercharged, everyone in their moms that had that player is gonna go ahead and try to sell that player off, and it's just constant undercutting. Support the channel for free by hitting that like button, red subscribe button, notification bell. In the Discord, I post my investments. There is an early investment section if you are a member of the channel or a Twitch subscriber. And then last but not least, we stream on Twitch 10 p.m. Eastern every single day. SUZUKI is another player I see getting an upgrade. I see his contact and power versus right and his power versus left getting upgraded. Now he's currently selling for 4.4k to 3.8k. I see him going up to a 78, 79 overall. They do not make big leaps, especially at the start of the game cycle. So do you want to hold him on till gold? Sure, but if you're buying him at this price, you do not want to hold on until gold. You don't even want to hold on until diamond, because unless he jumps up to the quick sell value where it's above 4.4k, you most likely are going to be losing out on profit immensely, because this price is just ridiculously high for him. So I'd say your profit margin here is actually going to be negative 3.5k to negative 4k depending on where you buy him at. So would you sell him now or keep him until diamond? I'd sell him now, and then on Friday, whenever he gets his upgrade, his price should drop immensely, and then you will have a chance to go ahead and reinvest. He-Man CHOI, 68 overall. I see him going up to a 70 overall. I see his contact and power versus right getting upgraded. I don't think he has enough at bats against left-handed pitching to get those upgraded as well. Now he's currently selling for 341, 227. I believe buying him currently is probably gonna lose you out 150 to 200 stubs, just because as soon as he gets his upgrade, he's most likely gonna go ahead and drop in price. Do you hold him for the next tier, which would be silver? I say unlikely. Sell him now, because even if he does hit silver, his quick sell value only jumps to 50 stubs, and that's not gonna be enough for you to make a profit. IFRANCE is one of the unique investments that we have in today's video. I see him going up from a 78 to an 80 overall. I see his contact and power versus right, as well as power versus left, being increased. Now, he's currently selling for 1.4K, 1.2K. If he goes up to a gold, he's not going to be quick selling for a gold, because if he jumps up to an 80, that's not 1K quick sell. So obviously we end up losing a ton of stubs right there. The only way I see an investment in him is if you're holding for diamond. Now the chances of him hitting diamond are probably not in his favor. They're probably, I'd say, 35 to 40% of him hitting diamond. So if you were to invest in him right now, you would be holding on until he hits diamond, but you'd probably get a better price on Friday after the roster update. Now, should you sell him off now or later? I'd say it's up to you. If you have made a decent profit margin from what you originally invested, I would 100% go ahead and sell him off now and then reinvest on Friday. Jose Ramirez, I see him jumping up from an 88 overall to a 91 overall. I see the profit margin being 3 to 10,000 stubs from what it currently is. So he has a big range since he's a switch hitting third baseman and he has a really good swing in the game. So a lot of the top players, if he's one of the top third basemen in the game, would love to use him, especially if he gets hitting attributes against contact versus right, which is exactly what I see happening. I see him getting contact and power versus right and left getting upgraded, so he's just going to become a better hitter all around, and at third base you can hide him defensively. So do you tier hold him until he gets that 90 plus upgrade? Yes. Do you sell him right now? No. I think he's going to be more valuable in the future. JP Crawford, he's hitting extremely well when it comes to average. His slugging numbers still aren't there, but I could see his contact versus right getting increased as well as left, and then them adding a little bit to his power versus left, making him jump from 75 to a 78 overall. At the current price, once he does get the upgrade, I see you losing out on 350 stubs unless you sell him off currently. I would say this is a card you would want to sell off now instead of holding until gold, because even at gold you can't guarantee a better price than what you're getting. As CHISHOLM, all I see is a 77 to 78 overall jump, if I'm being completely honest with you all, and he's currently selling for 1.8K, 1.4K. I see this as a negative 1,000 profit margin, which basically means you're losing 1,000 stubs if you invest in him currently. I would sell him off right now. Does he have a chance to hit gold? Of course, because he does have good fielding, but the thing that's going to prevent him from doing that is if he can't hit against lefties, then he's never going to go ahead and even have a chance of diamond. So this wouldn't be a good price for him currently. I think on Friday his price is going to drop immensely, so I would go ahead and sell off any jazzes you have currently. FRANCO, I see him jumping up from an 80 overall to an 82 overall. Profit margin, I see you losing out on 2,500 stubs if you invest in him currently. Now, I do believe that FRANCO does have a great chance of, let's say, hitting diamond this year, but since he most likely isn't going to hit it on Friday, what I see going up for him is his contact and power versus right and power versus left getting increased. Now, I don't see him hitting diamond until maybe at the midpoint of this season, so I would go ahead, sell him off now, make yourself an immense amount of stubs since his quick sell value isn't going to go up too big in terms of what you're getting right here as opposed to the quick sell value. Make yourself an immense amount of stubs and then buy him back on Friday or whenever when his price drops back down. HOSMER, I see him going up from a 72 overall to a 75 overall. I see his contact versus right and left being increased as well as his power versus left. When it comes to his price, he's currently selling for 199 stubs, 171 sell now. I see you losing out on 100 stubs if you invest in him right now compared to the price that it will be on Friday. So whether or not you should sell him now, I would say yes. Do you tier hold him until he gets silver with the chance of gold? Absolutely not. Joe, I see him going up from a 74 overall to a 77 overall. I see his contact and power versus right and power versus left getting increased. Do you tier hold him with the hopes that he goes eventually gold? I'd say no. He's currently selling for 362, 279. If you invest in him currently, I say you lose out on 150 stubs. So this would be a guy you would sell right now as opposed to holding on for the future. Steven Kwan is unique. I see him going up from a 64 overall to a 71 overall. I see his contact and power versus right getting increased, but then I see his numbers against lefties getting decreased in order to balance everything out. If you invest in him currently, I see you losing out on 75 stubs by the time Friday comes around and we see his price after the upgrade. So this is not a card that I would say tier hold. This is a card I would say you want to sell now as well. Moving on to the pitchers, we start off with Corbin Burnes. I see Corbin Burnes hit per 9 and walk per 9 being increased. I see him going up to either an 89 overall or a 90 overall. Regardless, you want to go ahead and hold this guy for whenever he becomes a 90 overall because his price is going to be that much better. Not only that, but if his hit per 9 goes up, that's going to be big time for top players and players in general, because it's gonna make everyone's PCI a lot smaller when facing him, and it's just gonna make him a much better card than what he already is. He's currently selling for 32.5k to 29.5k. I see his profit margin being 2 to 15k after the 10% cut. That's what I'm taking into consideration for the profit margin. So definitely someone, if you have the stubs laying around, you would want to go ahead and invest in. Carlos Rodon, I see him going up from an 83 overall to an 85 overall. I see his hit per 9, K per 9, and home run per 9 all being touched just softly. And then, is he someone you want to hold until he goes diamond? Of course. But if you buy him at the current price, I can only imagine you're losing out on 500 to 1,000 stubs whenever he does go diamond, because at the current price that he's at, his quick sell value is a lot lower if he does hit an 85 overall. If he keeps pitching like this, then that is when you want to hold him, because if he hits an 87, 88 overall, that's when you start making your stubs back when it comes to quick sell value. Shane McClanahan, I see him going up from a 78 to an 80 overall, K per 9 and walk per 9 going up. He's currently selling for 1.3k to 1.1k. If you invest in him currently, I see you losing out on 250 to 500 stubs. This is someone you want to hold on to because he's a very young kid and he can perform very well this season, and who knows, maybe even diamond is in the range for him. So if you were to invest in him right now, you would not be selling him off anytime soon. He would be a long-term investment. So what I would do if I had a ton of him currently is I would sell him off right now, and then on Friday, whenever he gets his upgrade, his price should drop immensely, and then you can reinvest while having made a profit in the short run. GAUSMAN hasn't been too great when it comes to limiting his hits this year. In terms of his hits per 9, it's at 9 point something. So what I see being upgraded for him, I see him going up to an 85, 86 overall. I see them taking away from his hit per 9, but increasing his K per 9, walk per 9, and home run per 9. This is someone you want to hold on to until he hits diamond. I do believe that he can also hit that 87 to 88 overall range, just like Carlos. So would you sell him off now to buy him off later? No, absolutely not. At the current price he's in, you can probably make a 500 to 1k profit if he does go diamond, and if he continues pitching well and he goes even higher in terms of diamond overall. I like Victor Arano. I see him going up from a 72 to a 75 overall. I see his K per 9, walk per 9, and home run per 9 going up. Do you want to hold on to him until he goes silver? Absolutely not. If you invest in him right now, I see you losing out on roughly 250 stubs whenever he does get an upgrade. So I would sell him off right now and net that profit. Iglesias, I see him going up from an 84 to 85, 86. I see his hit per 9 and walk per 9 being upgraded. He's currently selling for 3.5k to 2.9k. I actually see profit coming if you invest in him at his current price and you hold on to him until he either becomes a diamond or a high overall diamond. You can actually make some profit once you quick sell him, or if you sell him inside the community market. I feel like Rafael Montero is someone that's always on my mind when it comes to these roster update predictions. I see him going up from a 70 to 73, 74. I see all of his pitching attributes, the main 4, hit per 9, K per 9, walk per 9, and home run per 9. I see them all getting increased. At his current price though of 142 to 102, I see you losing out on 25 to 50 stubs. So if you invest in him currently, you would want to hold on to him. But if you have a ton of him, then you would want to go ahead and sell him off now. Last but not least, it's Mychal Givens. I see him jumping up from a 70 to a 73, 74, just like Montero. If you go ahead and invest in him, I see you losing out at roughly 25 stubs. Not that big of a margin like Montero. I see his hits per 9, Ks per 9, and walks per 9 being upgraded. This would be someone, if you have a ton of him, that you might want to hold on until he's closer to silver if he continues pitching well. And if you have a ton of him and you want to get rid of him, then I would sell now as well and then just rebuy on Friday. So basically, if you have a ton of him and you don't want to sell and then take the chance of rebuying at a lower price, you hold on to him. But if you do have a ton and you would like to sell, I'd sell now and then go ahead and reinvest on Friday. Not the sell now price. You're gonna list each one individually in the buy now section of it.